Okay, emotions, labeling emotions. Somebody might remember from earlier on, I talked about the part of the brain that controls emotions. This is an MRI scanner of somebody who they made them upset, and then they said the words, I feel upset, and this part of the brain kicks in. That's the part that controls the amygdala. And what it did is it reduced the intensity of the emotion. So expressing your emotions is pretty key by saying, I feel frustrated or I feel upset. But we don't talk about our emotions, gentlemen, do we? Because it's just a little bit girly. True. And it's one of the reasons why females live longer than we do. True. Suppress negative emotions, create a biochemical cascade, one of them being neuropeptide Y, which can get into your cells, unravel the chromosomes from your DNA, switch on the gene for heart disease and diabetes. Absolutely true. And here's James Gross, the world leader in this. He has studied thousands of people, showing those who suppress emotions have got much less optimism, much less environmental mastery, much less positive relationships, and much lower scores in life satisfaction than those who reappraise. Reappraisal is about finding the silver lining in the cloud. How can I look at this situation differently? He's even done a study on murderers, looking at them for 40 years. People who committed murder and said, I did it, and they're in prison, and he looked at those who suppress versus those who reappraise. Those who reappraise by saying, you know what, being in prison is going to make me a better person, or I've actually studied and I've got something out of it, or when I get out I'm going to be much better, or I deserved it. And they live on average 7 years longer than those who suppress their negative emotions. It's pretty powerful, the stuff that's coming out around emotions. Guys, the other thing is to control your emotions, you need cognitive resources. You need to feed the conductor. What do you think the conductor eats? Any idea what your frontal lobes use as an energy source? Have a guess. Bananas? Well, it's not bad. Glucose. High protein, low carbohydrate diets, great if you want to be stupid and unable to control your emotions. They have shown in numerous studies that willpower needs glucose. This is why you become less effective in the afternoon. Actually, little thing that was shown, judges in Israel, study out just last week, for people who are applying for parole, in the first hour, 65% of people get parole. The hour before lunch, 0. The hour after lunch, 60% of people get parole. The last hour of the day, 0. And it's about cognitive resources. In the morning and after lunch, they got plenty of fuel, and they can make these decisions. When the fuel runs down, they keep the status quo. Yeah, the brain goes into a negative, and it just keeps the status quo. Guys, if you're negotiating, get appointments early in the morning.